Ladies and gentlemen, it's Sunday night and it's time for one of the most exciting shows on the Albion TV calendar. It's time for the end of season Crystal League GVG matches. We have level 8, level 9, the grand finale to the season almost. Except that next week we'll have the Crystal Championships, which is what these teams are vying to qualify for. Currently, according to our data, there isn't actually any full teams qualified. Because
not yet.
The people that have been winning level 8s have slightly switched their rosters, and it does have to be the same roster twice. Regardless, anyone that wins their level 9 match tonight will have straight qualification into the group stages of the Crystal League Championship, which will take place next Saturday and Sunday right here on Albion TV. My name is Lewpac. I'll be your host this evening, and joining me, of course, is Shozen. Are we ready to go? Do we have a poll up? Do we have names?
The poll is up. The names are out. We have everything that we need to find out who we're going to be watching today. We've got Noob Slayer, Gatherbat, Rafikon, who we saw just the other day out of nowhere in level 7s, and they owned them.
Yeah,
it was impressive.
We were talking about them just before stream, weren't we? We saw this match, and we were like, wow, these guys are in level 7, and we've never really seen them in action before, which is very unusual. They don't have a lot of GVGs to their names as well, because I did check out all of the individual players. They took on, I can't remember who it was they took on, but it was, you know, it was a team that most people would struggle to beat, and they really did some work. So I'm excited to see what these guys can do. I'm excited to see, you know, what the meta is shaping up for next week. We do have confirmation. I think it's now been verified that there will obviously be no balance patch happening prior to the Crystal League tournament, because we want it to be obviously a representation of the season. We still have this kind of, I don't want to say a mix between nature and holy. Like personally, I think it's still nature heavy Shozen, with a few people playing redemption if their comp is particularly aggressive or control based. That said, obviously, the next balance patch does look like we're going to see more of a swing towards Holy, in my opinion.
Okay. Noob Stealer 79. These guys have been doing really well this season. I've been very impressed with them overall.
I mean, we memed on him. We memed on him a little bit last season, but
he
genuinely impressive. The 8-3 excellent quarterstaff build has been deployed. This thing will CC you probably until the level 9 match starts, I would imagine. He hasn't gone the mad CC route, but they're against a pole hammer. Pneumatics, Liet, Rustled, Laugh 94. Going to be a good matchup as Liet goes early with the bow. Noobster looks to shut him down. He isn't running that forceful swing, though. He also isn't running the purge, so he doesn't have a hard shutdown for Liet. They're going to have to rely on some other way to get him done, because they are lacking purges. Ravid is getting his bow gun. He's going a bit of a trade with Liet. Laugh under control. Nice armor pierce onto Noob Slayer. Noob Slayer going to be forced to pull back onto the choke. Breeze goes down. Looking for the reset, but Chicken eats that pole hammer. Oh, and Noob Slayer didn't get that reset. He may need to commit the GG here, and he does. Graveguard goes out with the sacrifice. Rawbit, though, there's no big saves for Rawbit. Chicken looks to run intercept with that purity. Look at that again. The pole hammer from downtown. Very awkward to hit those angles. But it was actually Noob Slayer and his boys that had taken the 1 cap. They went 4-1, whereas it was a 5-man commitment from the other team. Rawbit drops low again. There's the reset. The reset does nothing to Rawbit because he doesn't have stacks. And now Noob Slayer's team is in a real bad situation. Aram drops the decay on the choke, trying to slot the advance, but there's a Raven, a pole hammer. They try and swap Rawbit to safety, but this is an absolute onslaught from Pneumatics, Rustled, and the gang, and these guys are going to go straight rotation. We're going to see a 10-point rotation here. Noob Slayer's boys will grab the south cap, and in the meantime, the north cap will go to the red team. No deaths, but a very interesting early engage, and this pole hammer, something we saw briefly at the start of the season, doing absolute work, Shozen.
Yeah, we've seen it make a little bit of a comeback in the last couple of weeks, so I would say last 2 weeks specifically. It's going to be interesting to see how it deploys out the rest of this match. I'm very impressed that they were able to get their 2 caps, though. It looked like they were going to be able to fight for that mid cap for longer than what we saw and continue to grind away that 10 points.
Yeah, Noobster going straight onto Liet again, but they still lack a way to deal with this bow properly. Look at that pierce damage, and Raubit's just destroyed. Raubit disappeared like a gill bank. Holy moly. He was really, really destroyed in there. Like, they just full committed on him. They hit the Raven onto him. The armor pierce came across. The bow had stacks. And this is a plate user just in probably 8-3. Just made to look like he was naked. That was unbelievable.
We're getting some lag on the stream, guys. Sorry about that. We're going to try to see what we can do to fix this. But yeah, we don't know where it's coming from. Currently in-game, we are not getting any lag. We don't usually get this situation. Take a look at it.
Yeah, it's on our broadcast then. We will try and shore it up as soon as possible. In the meantime, hopefully the audio's coming through nice and clear. Noobs there. They let them get the top cap. They are gonna respect this. They're not gonna try and bully a 3 cap, especially against the bow. Because it's a lot easier if you can just keep that bow in check, not give him a nice wide area to work with. Aram trying to get some value, but they've got super awkward vision here. This is a really horrible angle to be taking the fight. They've already got the worst tent as well. Noob Slayer goes in. Rawbit pops his Scholar Cowl before he comes up the choke. That last one has really got him shook. He's going in with a defensive up. He does not want to get deleted. This time they go for Liet, but Laugh gets the reset down. Noob Slayer going in for the control. Laugh's got the purity though, so he can't be swapped into any danger. And now Russell has to roll back. Ravid's found some space, but that's a big overcommitment. Even with the mage armor, Sacrifice has to come out. No big save. Pneumatics, though. Now Ravid is doing some really big work onto the halberd. Laugh has been CC'd. He doesn't have GG for his man, and Liet's going to go down this time. Noob Slayer and the boys coming out on top. They're going to find Laugh as well. Oh, no, he does get the blink out. Breeze. No stun. No reset, though, because the stun comes out. Pneumatics should be okay. He may actually bleed out, or he may get to a tent. Master's going to swap himself. Noob Slayer's going to have the CC to bring this man down, though. And there we go. A bit of a turnaround in that one, Shozen. They looked a lot better there, and the difference was Rawbit coming through with defensives meant that there was no early pressure to swing the fight.
Sorry, Lewpac, I'm currently in the back end trying to figure out where our lag is coming from. Yeah, but it does look like we have a nice close matchup going so far. I'm currently also watching Bob Freeze and the boys, and it's very close over there at 135, 124, and it's the third time they've gone back and forth with Bodeville and Carcara.
Oh, that's one heck of a match, isn't it?
Yeah, it's really good, and I'm enjoying it over here on this other side.
Noob Slayer going in. Early swap onto Liet, who was the first to die last time. Stun comes out. There's the root as well. Defensive Area of Decay from Aram. Protecting his boys up front. Liet's going to be okay, though. He will get back. Laugh looks for the reset. Reset comes out, and now the pressure begins to turn. Remember, they're not really equipped with purges for Liet, but I think they're okay in the other end as well. He's really still committing to this spot. Oh, Royal Shoes manages to get the evasive jump off on that separator, and now Rawbit gets pinned down again. Oh, the guys are knock up the swap, and Rawbit, oh, the reset was coming, but he doesn't get it. And Master and the zoned out boys slash Heindel. Everybody's Heindel. Just assume everyone's in Heindel unless we say otherwise right now. That's why we're calling them red and blue. Reset comes down. They did have a 3 cap for a good few minutes there, and they definitely got some points. They're going to lose a 10-point rotation unless Noob Slayer can do something. Oh, Aram, he looked for the angle. That was really nice, but one of the great things about this pole hammer, this pole hammer can like indirectly stun you through walls and stuff. It's not like a great hammer. It's not like a quarterstaff where they have to be on you. Like he can snipe people with stuns, which is very, very dangerous when you're trying to poke up a wall. Once again, the onus is on Noob Slayer and his boys to get up there. Rawbit stunned on the choke. Pierce comes out on the choke. Oh, Noob Slayer goes to make a play on Liet. But Laugh 94 with the Purity counterplay keeps him in the corner. He ends up actually separating Pneumatics, which isn't really a good value target because he's inside that Judicator armor. Pierce comes out onto Ravid. Aram completely whiffs his Pierce, though. And it does that they still have some momentum. Liet is caught in a horrible spot. Just going toe-to-toe. He's probably not going to get out of there. The evasive jump comes down. Rawbit's diving the healer, and he will die for it. So it's a 1-for-1 trade, and they have lost their anti-heal. So it'll be a case of who wants it bad enough. Nice Raven from Pneumatics puts his armor up. Aram whiffs another cooldown here. Couple of big mistakes from the Curse player from Noob Slayer's team. Luckily, his teammates pick up the slack, and they're able to find the healer, which is going to be a full reset. They did get 10 points off of it. Pneumatics would rather not die, though, so he gets geysered out by Master. Good play from the hammer. But it is going to turn into a 20-point rotation with no healer. There's no way they can contest this.
Well, it was a nice turnaround here. I'm glad to see that we can get a little bit, like, keep it nice and close here. We're going to get another 20-point tick. We're going to see the lead change once again. What is this, the third lead change?
Yeah, this is anyone's match right now. That fight, though, was all Rawbit. Rawbit committed himself to just zoning out the healer. The healer was just running around trying to kite. And now it looks like these boys want to play the choke. I mean, I guess they don't want to be going 10 again. And it's game of rotations right now. Who can rotate the quickest over to there? They're not going to contest this second choke. I don't even know where the rest of the boys are. Air of Decay is going to go down. Strips those early hots, but Laugh probably has a breeze prep. Noob Slayer missed the breeze there, so actually Liet's going to start putting some pressure. Great roll from him, and there, look at that stun onto Noob Slayer. He was ready to get out. Double Pierce goes through. Air of Decay drops, and it's going to force out some action from Chicken. Chicken, one of the best healers that I've seen this season as well. Big props to that guy. He's been so solid all season. Like, absolutely amazing in that healer position. There's another reset from him. Aram just having a chill at the back. He can't really go too deep with his current health. The bops as well. The bops are working a little bit against the curse because all three of his abilities are skill shots. Now Noob Slayer eats that Raven. Chicken gets stunned uphill. Noob Slayer's like, man, I need a reset. That reset did next to nothing. Rawbit's going to get chased, and with no tank CC right now. I'm surprised they didn't just run at them, but back of their mind, they're thinking about this 3 cap, and they're like, look, we've driven them back. Let's just slow this down, and let's stabilize the point strain.
It's going to be very hard for the red team to get back into this, though. We're coming down to the final couple of rotations.
I think at 10 points, though, I think it's a lot more manageable. They only need to win one
I was going to say,
fight.
they had to make sure that they get that cap, and once they do that, get it down to the 10-point bleed. It's manageable now, but it's not easy against this team.
I don't know if I like
real
that.
Good.
Like, when you saw the state of Noob Slayer and Rawbit's health there, I think they should have just run at them. I think they should have just gone hard. Pneumatics gets zoned, but he has the Scholar Cowl, so the focus isn't working. Noob Slayer is in a horrible spot. He's trying to kite to the corner because he sees the Purity. He's looking for a Graveguard off the hill. He gets the Graveguard, but that is the big ones. Oh, that's a stun on Noob Slayer and Chicken simultaneously. The Merc did arrive, but it was a little bit slow. Could have been a touch earlier, but they managed to stabilize. That was a really good opportunity for the red team, but they just weren't able to capitalize again. And will they end up regretting not pushing that high ground when they had the chance? Master may be regretting it now because he's going to go down. No, the save comes out, but now Laugh. He commits to saving his tank, and it costs him his own life. And this one looks like it could be done and dusted as those timers are starting to tick. If Master drops, we're probably calling it there because that is going to be a 20 on rotation. Russell goes down. This is going to put the Reds on a 60-second game, and they're just not going to have the time. There is no way on earth that Noob Slayer and the boys do not contest this 3 cap and just close this match out, Shozen.
Yeah, that's the smart play to do here. Just contest it, make sure that you get those 20 points, and then it's over. If you can get this 20-point tick.
Russell has only just put gear on. And these guys need to have a cap started.
And that's it.
In 50 seconds.
Yeah, no, there's no chance.
They're not even out of the tent yet.
We have another interesting match going on, though, with a Pollinator and G-List versus Pet Phyllis and the boys over there.
The dying seconds then here in this Noob Slayer match as they just go full dive onto Chicken. They're going to get him, I think, with a knock-up. That was the dive, but they need to turn this into more kills. They actually could. They got.
Oh, they got 2?
They got 2, and I don't think these boys can play. I don't think they can contest here. The problem is they need 2 caps. 1 cap is not enough. And they just have to drill Noob Slayer. They have to drill Noob Slayer. Noob Slayer's looking for the cap. Is he going to get the stop? He's not going to get the stop. He's going to die. Noob Slayer.
Oh my God, they're going to have an opportunity at this with the mid cap if they can get there in 3 seconds.
It's going to be a full fight in the mid, though. This could be an insane comeback. Rawbit's there. Rawbit stopped it for long enough. He did what he needed to do.
That's it.
He may die for it, but oh my goodness.
He's not even going to die. Wow.
That was nearly an insane chance at a comeback there. That was
I thought they had no
finish.
chance.
I thought they had no chance. But when they got 2 that quick, I was like, okay, maybe. And then obviously Noob Slayer, he missed. He missed the interrupt timing, then died in his full 8-3. Wow, that was one hell of a match. Do we have any more going on?
We do. I'm currently over on a pollinator right now at 88-42.
Wow. I mean, these matches are a lot. I think people are a lot more respectful about like pushing 3 caps and stuff. Tedderby, Yargood, Petty Fills, Stockata. Very, very good group of players this. But the Apollinator, G-List, Scoliosis, Suriel, Lee Harayu. This is no joke either as a comp. Looks like everybody's on the bow today. The bow curse seems to be the go-to. The crossbow, almost, you know, we haven't seen a crossbow yet in 4 teams, which is unusual. There's the reset for both sides. Bills doesn't get good value out of it. He's got bleeds, he's got curse, and the Morganas. He may just bleed out next to his healer. Like, he might just straight up die next to his healer, which is always a sucky feeling as a healer. But the healer can only do 3 stacks. If he has nothing else... Oh, and they kill Nataxo and Sakata at the same time. And this one looks like it's going to be shut down as Yargood drops. And it's going to be the perfect rotation to close this one out, Shozen. There goes the cap. 15 seconds till the rotation. It's going to be 20 and done. Apollinator goes through to the level 9. Which is in 45 minutes, by the way. We're not talking about GBGs in the future. We're talking about GBGs today.
Yeah. Hold on. Let me get you another matchup in just a second here.
Is the Bob one still going?
That's what I was going to check and see if the Bob... We'll just head over to Bob, see what it's doing.
It is.
Oh, wow.
It's 7-56. But the 7 has the cap right now.
Bob's got the caps?
They've just killed Grafis.
Oh,
there's a full dive onto 2. And at the moment, it's 4 versus 4 as Owen is dead. Toot's going to burn, though. And that is 3 versus 4. Spicy looking for the reset. Gets the reset, but they're going to get back capped on. Surely the returning player is just going to back cap. Oh, actually, it's Owen that's gone off to do some back capping, but no good if Spicy dies. That's going to be the end. And these guys already had their level 9, but that was one hell of a warm-up, shall we say. And of course,
I think that means they're in.
What do you mean?
I think they're in the tournament now. That's their second level.
Carven and Grafis, Boda, Shekri. We'll have to check our stats on that. Let me have a quick look. I think you might be right.
Bogul, do you want to pull up our list?
I don't think...
All right, go log out of the game, take care of your business, and we'll chat for a little bit while you try to get the game
I don't
working.
see that team on the list.
No?
The Bob Freeze team was on the list once, so they definitely have their level 9 token. I think the Cargera team... I mean, we didn't really see this team until the last month in its current iteration, did we?
Okay. No, I think you're right. This could be their first win.
All to play for, though. Do we have a bonus match to check out?
We do. We have another match to show. Robin Hooders was on the back end recording a match for us, so we'll watch that in just a moment. Bogul is doing a little bit to try to fix his stream, if you will. So we're going to see what we can do about that. We were a little laggy. Nobody likes lag. So if you give us
it's not ideal, guys. So we apologize if there was any tech issues during the broadcast. We'll try and get that resolved before our level 9s. But we're going to have a ton of teams, and this is where, I mean, you don't expect to see anybody in less than 8-3 in these matches, do you?
No. Everybody's going to be running the best gear they can afford. Wouldn't be surprised to see a masterpiece 8-3 set drop later today on level 9s.
Some people, you know, people like Derek, Carvin, and those guys always rock the big boy gear in these matches. Obviously, this will be level 9s of no Derek, though, I believe.
Yeah, I don't think we have a Derek in this today. I didn't see him in a level 8. He doesn't have a level 8 win. I don't think he's going to be here for this one. This is going to be weird. Also, do you see June Esports today? We were wondering if they were going to pop back in and run the tables.
No, because like
they're
Carvin and
right,
like Watano's in another team. Like the same with Cargera and those guys. They've got their new teams now, haven't they?
Yeah, they do. Cargera's got a pretty nice team going at, so I'm hoping they do well.
Well, we
in
said
their level 9s.
That is a team with 4 of the grand finalists.
Yeah.
In one team from last season. It was never going to be a bad team, was it?
No, they were never going to be well, it only takes 1 weak link to ruin a team, Lewpac. So you might have 4 great players. You
I
need
mean,
a fifth
I
great
don't
player.
think there's a weak link in that team.
No, I don't
At
think
all.
so either.
At all. I think it's a fantastic team. I think they've been interesting with their comps, and I like the fact that they've been trying a ton of different stuff throughout, like this season as well. That they've not just been grinding the same thing. They're the best teams. The best teams don't just excel at the current meta, but they're constantly looking for the next meta. That's why the best teams are the best teams, because they're going to throw something at you that you don't know how to deal with before it becomes meta. You've got some very scary players there, right? So I've got this VOD up. I'm just waiting on it.
We're just going to get it set up here.
Hang on.
We're going to start at battle starts at 0. We have the beginning of, we have 1 match all the way through, and then we have the end of the Bob Freeze Cargera match at the end. So we'll get 2 for 1 here on this one.
I mean, we just saw the end of that, didn't
we? There's a bit more. There's a bit more, yeah. His match ends the first match ends pretty early, so we're going to switch over, watch a match between 2 great teams, the second half or so.
All right, well, I'm ready to get this Rafikon match going then, Shozen, whenever you guys are. If Bogul gives us the nod from the broom cupboard.
I am ready.
Okay.
So this, we got again,
was a team of, people with not as many GBGs under their belts as other people. We, no really well-known names, but we have seen them post results, and here they are in level 8 action. A big challenge here. Really smart Fatnex, Hysteria, Aurelia, and Cube. Now, none of these are bad players, but this would definitely, in my opinion, be one of the more pleasant matchups. You wouldn't, you'd rather see these guys than Cargera. Nobody in level 8 is bad.
Everybody in level 8
on that. But
they're all pretty good.
There is certain matches where you would audibly sigh when you see the opposition lineup. This isn't one of them, but it's still not a team, and this is not a group of players that you disrespect. ATAC, though, going to find Fatnex in this first engage. Both teams went for the 4-1 split at the start, which means they're capping those off caps and just trying to get some early point strain if the other team doesn't choose to. Will they get Aurelia as well as the fire goes out? It looks like the anti-heal goes out. So these guys basically, the bow puts out a lot of pressure. The fire gets the blast out. First Holy we've seen today as well, which is nice. And really, this is a team that is a bit of a wild card, really.
Yeah, we don't know anything about them.
Yeah.
We've seen them once.
We don't have a massive history on them. We don't know their play style, and we haven't seen them struggle against any team yet.
This is the second time we've watched them. The first team, it was an absolute bulldozer. They just went through these guys and knocked them down.
And that was a good team they went through as well. It was just such a weird match. And I think it's just, honestly, a combo. I think they are really, really well practiced and smooth in executing combos on people. And I just think it's such a quick deletion here. Especially watch this Halafall as well. Keep eyes on him. Because if they're about to secure a kill, he will use his E as an additional knock-up and CC. He'll just leap in, knock the guy up to guarantee, or he'll go for the knock-up to interrupt the enemy healer and stuff like that. Super aggressive play. Rafikon, though, looking to push the 3-cap, takes a lot of damage and the anti-heal on top. Now they find Cube. Cube going to pop the mage armor, and there's the knock-up again. Uzbek just leaping in with that Halafall, pumps his resistances up as he hits his allies as well. And it's they are really not pressuring him.
Cube is going to get... nice save on Cube.
Yeah, the GG
but he's
comes
out
down,
of he's out of outs.
Yeah,
he's out.
Yeah, there's no more big heals, and he's just rooted for a month there. Rafikon seems to play really patiently with his cooldowns, though. He baits out the defensives and then just annihilates people. The quarterstaff at this tier, this IP, lasts so long, Shozen. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, and we've seen it before, and these guys are bullying. Yeah, 100%. We've seen really good quarter staff play before, and we've seen a meta shift over to the Black Monk staff. but really the shutdown ability, the ability to really block somebody up in place and not let them out. There's no
like there's
comparison.
nothing more frustrating than getting caught by the
And
quarter
Cube is
staff.
already gone.
Just
Look,
dead.
he's already in the
was,
same spot that he was in before. Now
was
he's
the
out of
GG.
defensive.
The Graveguard helm did next to nothing there, so he had to pop the reset as well. They do survive, though. But we talked in our previous 2 matches that we saw, Shozen, about how these teams are, like, respecting each other, not pushing 3 caps, you know, safe game. These guys aren't about that life.
No, they aren't used to the meta.
These guys are like, step out of your tent, and we will get in your face. And Fatnex gone.
Goes. And Aurelia's in trouble. This is going to be another reset for these guys. I don't think they expected that this team they'd never heard of to put such a beating on them right away off the first 2 engagements.
Yeah, it's like they're going to have these guys on 50 points in a second at the 5-minute mark.
5-minute mark, yeah.
Like,
rough.
And this is Aurelia. Aurelia was it a Crystal championship player? Fatnex was a championship player, I believe. Like, do you know what I mean? We're talking about decent guys here.
Oh, the whole team is good. Really smart. We've seen before. We've seen Hysteria a number of times in good teams. Cube, not as familiar with.
Cheeky little backcap, by the way, but it's already spotted. Fatality's on it, and now they've just done the, like, they're just wasting time on some weird 4-1 split. Will Rayfacon get... Oh, the Raven hits him at the last second. That is painful. The spread pressure. Rayfacon is really trying to wait on Cube here. He's saying, right, use your mobility, and then I'll root you. But Cube's doing a good job of being disciplined. He gets stunned, though. There's the knock-up. There's the root. Does he have a save available? The anti-heal, he's going to roll, but he is still rooted afterwards. Now Aurelia's burning. And honestly, I think the way they play this is just spread pressure. Like, they make it so that they just spread pressure on everyone. Cube is gone. They're going now to 27 here. This is...
Are they spreading pressure? Because twice we saw them, dive. And then they followed up the dive once with continued pressure and then a second time split pressure. This time was a split pressure across the board, but we've seen them dive twice.
Yeah,
and then win off the
what
dive.
they do is they combo, right? They open up on different targets because Fatality and ATAC can do a ton of damage on their own. So they prevent the enemy from playing their game by just making sure that all of them are focused on defense. Because the minute you focus 1 DPS, the other 2 get free reign. So watch as they split. So you're going to see the bow going on 1. The bow is going on the curse. The fire is stacking up on the axe. And what they'll do is they'll wait. Rafficon will wait until there's kill pressure. And then he will deploy. It's not often as well you see the tank running the anti-heal, the Helm of Tenacity. So you can see all 3 of them are low there. Aurelia's low, Really Smart's low, Fatnex is low. Don't let them know. Don't give them a read on who you're going through. And then look for the big turn. Raven goes out. This is a lot better from Hysteria and the boys, but they're about to go down to 7 points. Like, regardless of how they're playing, they are going to be on 7 points in just a second, which is, by GBG standards, done and dusted from this point.
What do you do?
You don't make a mistake from this point. And if somebody dies, they're going to be on 3 points, which means they can no longer, like, even trade. That is a brutal situation. And this is, like, this was a
domination. We don't see dominations
points.
like this in level 8s or 9s. This is ridiculous. This is June Esports level of domination here.
I advise you guys to vote for these boys in the poll.
Yeah.
I would love to see who these guys get in level 9. I'd love to see who they get, and I'd love to see how they do.
Well, I tell you what, if we don't get them as our viewing, I'm going to have Robin record them again because that was insane. And I want to promote somebody we've never seen before. I'm already wondering if this is June Esports on alts.
No, because June Esports are in matches.
Don't ruin it for me.
I'd love to get an interview with these guys and hear what, they consider their play style. Because I think they're, like, a lot less readable than a lot of the quarterstaff comps I've seen. I love their patience, honestly. Wow, these guys are 2.36 million fame in that match. Some of them for those kills, some big juicy kills there. But I mean, Heindel, they're not going to like to see that one, are they?
Oh,
full
chat is
heal
all
team.
upset. They're like, Shozen going full BA on this. I'm like, I didn't even notice that three of them were from BA. This is just like, for real, guy. When we see somebody we've never seen in 5v5s just whooping ass, you gotta want to see it. That is cool. That's what Albion is about. Somebody you've never seen before coming in and dominating 5v5s, you want to see that. Like, cut your shit. Take it back to your home.
Just always remember, right? If you say somebody's good, you're biased. If you say somebody's bad, you're biased and toxic, right?
I'll admit to being toxic.
All I can do is tell you the things that are happening in the GVG that we're watching. Take from that what you will.
All right, we're on to the second match now.
So he's running his Armor of Valor halberd, which, interestingly, was looking super meta, but this is the first couple we've seen running it. Both Kraken and Boda is doing it. We did actually see the end of this one. A bit of a spoiler alert, but there's definitely a comeback in the making that never quite got there. Wow. Bit of a visual bug there. The caps are showing as red for whatever reason. Don't know if you noticed that.
Yeah, I see that. Yeah, it's a little bit of a buggy situation.
Bob's team loves a back cap. Like, straight up. They absolutely love a back cap. It is known. Bob actually eats the Infernal Fire and the bow. So it's another bow. Bow looking super popular. And honestly, the reason for this is the fact that people have stopped using the Valor. The Helm of Valor was super popular for the longest time. Wow, Kargera getting drilled. Shekri leaps in. Doesn't quite connect, I don't think. I don't think that actually connected, which means he's on a much longer E cooldown because he didn't hit any allies with the Halafort E. The game immediately assumes he's ratting Corrupted Dungeons and punishes him with 20 seconds of additional cooldown.
Oh, it's got to be a painful one when you miss that heal.
Grafis goes down. Shekri goes down. Boda's in a bit of a sticky spot. What's Kargera doing? Like, Kargera's got no healer, and he's in probably 8-3. Like, I guess he could win. Yeah, they could. Okay, ignore me. I forgot that we're like halfway through the match, and that they could actually win.
This is when they could still win. This is when you're expecting them still to have a chance to win.
They actually could have won
they could have.
by holding those caps. So it was correct to stay with no healer. If he could have survived like 10 more seconds, I think he actually played for his set there. He probably could have lasted long enough to win the game. But they already knew that the North cap was going, so there was no point. There's no point dying for mid cap if you've already lost the North cap.
Right.
But it's a 16-pointer. So despite having a 3 cap and position, Kargera and the boys are going to be feeling confident. They know that if they take one fight, it's over. Carvin and on the fire. So again, firewall works against you really with these Valors because the Armor of Valor can just walk through the firewall and silence you in the process. Shekri, super aggro as well. Like, with that Purity just going out for the pressure. Tutan looking for Boda. Can't hit into the Valor, though. Kargera comes through with the Purge. So, you know, this is a tank. We know how much Kargera loves his Bop Helm, don't we? He loves his Bop Helm. He loves his Bop Helm more than a fat girl loves KFC. But, like, he's willing to forego it. He knows how important it is to shut these bows. You know, Kargera is the original Bop God. Spicy getting bullied back to 10, though. Nobody actually died here, and Owen is still kind of duking it out on his own completely.
Owen is in trouble here. This is too much. That's the end there for Owen and the boys. He
went for the cap interrupt. Well, this is where we actually joined the match, I believe.
Yeah, right about here.
It became a bit of a brawl. We see Grafis. I think we see Grafis go down. Kraken E's just up in there as well. Bob, Tutan, Spicy, and Owen are all free agents right now.
Really?
By the way, like, whether they're trying to...
What happened to Bob? I thought he was a strong member of Sun.
Well, they're all going for the money.
Okay.
They're all getting their money on for the level 9s.
Okay.
Which is completely understandable when
so
you see the
this is
money
an advertisement, is what you're saying? You're trying to advertise for your boy Bob Freeze,
maybe they're
and get him a higher rate.
Fielding bids. I mean, what will be interesting is to see if they're in a guild.
Coming up level 9s, yeah.
Yeah. Do you know what I mean? They are.
I do. I know exactly what you mean.
Oh, okay. They're gearing up in Black Order's hideout. Just
okay.
saying. Just saying.
Okay.
So we have a little bit of intel there. Black Order really need the points, I heard. Imagine instead of competing with each other, Skoya and Heindel pushed one to number one. They actually would have overtaken Black Order. Just saying. It wasn't impossible, but it would have needed people to work together, which we know is hard in Albion sometimes with the history some of these guilds and people have. Krakeny, this is the one, yeah. Owen goes down here. He goes for the rotate. It is actually still a 2-cap to Bob's team, so they're clawing points back. Grafis does drop here, but it's a trade, I believe. Yeah, this is where we sort of picked up the match. That Raven hits. Tutan gets traded for Grafis. Argera stuns the healer. Beautiful. The Infernal goes out. They're pumping him. Yeah, and he dies. Owen goes for the back cap, but they already know it's coming. No, these guys are no mugs on the cap game. And I think it doesn't matter, does it? Because they kill Spicy to finish the match anyway.
Yeah, he's just going to be isolated here and taken out.
Like, he's
once again,
the tank
like we saw.
When there's only the axe can't kill anyone on his own. The axe is there to provide sustained damage and pressure, but the axe can't really kill anybody on his own without the other DPS in play. Like, it just doesn't happen. That said, the axe's damages are not insignificant. But a banger round of 8, and we're about to go into the once per season level 9 crystals.
One time. So
a win here guarantees entry into next weekend's Crystal Championship. And Shozen, do you wanna tell people what the prizes are for next week's?
It's a saber-tooth Rex.
It's worth.
Bogul, pull up the sheet if you can. We have an entire sheet that is dedicated to this information. It was just released. I'm gonna have to pull it up because I don't know how much silver you get, guys. I do not know how much silver you get for winning, but it's a crap ton. But the important thing is the saber-tooth Rex.
Well, the saber-tooth Rex is the
billions
of silver.
Billions of silver. And that's what you get for winning the whole thing, right? Like, that's the big winner. You get that amazing, giant... What is it? We've given out 10 now? Well, actually, no 11.
18. Arena Masters, 5 people plus a sub. Crystal Championship, 5 people plus a sub. Crystal Championship 2 will be 5 plus a sub.
So now, you're saying now with the additional 6.
There will be 18, yeah.
I was saying there's only, currently there's only 12 in the world. And I think it's actually 11 because I think one of those people just disappeared.
Only 12 physical ones, minus the ones that have been used.
Yeah.
And we know, I know of a few that have been used. I only know the location of one of the physical ones.
I know Eric Word popped his.
Yeah, Eric did. I think that's it. But I know Extrian has one, but he hasn't popped it for whatever reason.
The prizes are, let's see, first place, Sabertooth Rex, Swiftclaw skin, and 10,000 gold each. Second place is a White Tiger skin and 5,000 gold.
That's no joke either. The White Tiger is one of the most desirable skins. Like, again, because they're Swiftclaw skins and that's the go-to mount right now, they are just worth crazy money. Yeah. Crazy money.
And then you have third place gets the Jousting Horse skin for 5,000 gold. And then fourth place gets the Armored Bone skin and 5,000 gold as well. Now, here's the thing, guys. Last season we had, 6 teams involved?
6 or 8. I think only 6 qualifiers, yeah.
Right. And so now we just had 4 matches in our level 8.
Was there only
5 matches? 5 matches. Sorry, my bad.
Was there any no-shows?
There was I don't know if there was any no-shows, but we had 5 matches. 1 ended real quick. That was the one that we just watched. So by the time I looked, there were only 4 still running. Looks like we're going to have very few going into the level 9s, I think.
Well, no, because there have been 2 other level 8s. There could be teams that already have their tickets. And honestly, like, if you're geared for the level 9, right, the gear for level 8 and 9 is probably the same. If you've already got your level 9 token, you're not worried about points. Then are you really want to just throw sets at a level 8 that means nothing? I don't know. I don't think so,
No.
to be honest.
I guess you're right.
Wow, Guess My Name's team got dunked on as well. Bunny team, Geminex and Co. They got through theirs 59-0 against the Geus team. Noob Slayer and Master, obviously we watched that match. That was a banger of a match as well. But yeah, Raficon's team, like, just dumpstering. Welcome back, guys. We should be up and running once again with our level 9 crystals. The matches will begin in around 8 minutes time. But yeah,
how does that look, guys?
Some interesting news.
They won't be able to see it yet, guys. Oh, now we're okay. We just had an ad running because we restarted the stream. I think we're back. Are we looking good, guys? Robin says we're good.
Yeah, so
Looks
some
perfect.
interesting turn-ups that we had as well. Shozen and I were just discussing. We have a couple of teams now officially qualified, Shozen.
Yeah, we have 2 teams that have qualified. I was just checking them out. It was, what was it? The Noob Slayer team
and
with
Bunny
Ravidex.
Team. Yeah.
Yeah. Arm is Irons, Roarbit Chicken, and then the Bunny team of Rabane, Geminex, Alivas, and Gatherbat. We have 2 teams qualified for the tournament.
Boys are against Cube and the Handel team. I don't want to say we've got a stacked matchup, but this is the team that we saw go back and forth earlier against Noob Slayer. They held their own, but I don't think they're going to be a match for this Cargera team. I've got Cargera's team also playing with the Southside Vision. You've got to put the smart money on Shekri and that Holy and the Cargera boys. It is the pole hammer. The pole hammer can definitely, if he hits some monster stuns, the pole hammer can throw up some massive surprises, but Shekri actually might even threaten the cap here. No, Boda was thinking about it, but had the curse stacks. Now Cargera goes into control mode. Boda's actually going for the cap. Cargera playing with the Hurricane, and they're going to get the mid cap, which is going to completely change the dynamic. Oh, but look at Robbed is now on this team. So Robbed has joined this team, and we know that Robbed is a menace. This guy is an absolute threat in your backline, isn't he? And this definitely changes my opinion of the match. Oh, but oh my word! Look at that sync up between Carvin and Cargera. Cube getting 6 bounces off of the firewall. Rob potentially looking for the trade here, but he's going to get knocked away and purged, which means it's going to be a retreat for these boys. And, I mean, is there any Scoia'tael teams out there playing right now?
I don't think so.
So Handel's results don't depend on these matches then anymore.
This Bob Freeze team still ungilded.
Wow, ungilded level 9s. That is not often you see that happen.
No, that's a waste for somebody out there. Sun should be kicking themselves.
Well, I mean, it's not the points really that matter, is it? Unless you can jump up a rank, not really that important. And even then,
it's always important. Lewpac, don't discount the value of imaginary points that mean nothing.
I'm just surprised they couldn't find a buyer.
Oh, yeah. Oh, Handel was full.
Probably was. Here we go. Cargera going in. Look at this. They want to bully the 3 cap here. Fatnex, that was a great bop. Cargera, even against the bow, he's actually not against the bow, which is why he's back on his bop. Sorry, it's the bow's on the other side. Fatnex, Hurricane into an awkward position. Does actually turn it onto a Pierce on Shekri, though. Cube is burning. Cube is stacked to the max, and Boda's just going to run him down. Carvinen's fire gets credit for that, and this is... Oh, Graffice is unloading explosive arrows onto this choke. Robbed is doing a good job. Looking for the trade. He may get Graffice, but I think now, not only has he overstayed his welcome, he's overstayed his existence, and down he goes as Cargera and the boys. Cargera's banking. Cargera's...
Yeah, already full.
Cargera's full of A3.
This is a no-joke team. This team has already won 2 level 8s. The team they're facing with an alt. If you take away one of their players, they have 2 level 8 victories. They are no joke of a team.
This is their qualification right here because they haven't played the same team twice.
Yep. Well, they did, but they lost that match against somebody we'd never heard of before.
This
Raffi, my new favorite. I mean, what the? Just shocking, really shocking. to see that.
This is not looking good for their tournament life as Cargera and the boys, you know, just cruising through level 9, making it look like an everyday match. And we're gonna see the Hurricane play here. Hysteria into the firewall. Oh, good swap actually. Manages to get the swap out between. The Judy Graveguard combo comes down, but really smart is hurting in the backline. They get really good counter pressure onto Boda, the defensive Judy bot by Cargera, sitting on the 2. This time there's no save for Hysteria, and he is going to get dropped as they scramble to pick up another 8-3 Judy armor. And this is the other thing, right? Second death.
It's expensive.
Sometimes the gear levels go down.
Well, sometimes they go up. I mean,
sometimes, yeah. But depending on your personal situation,
this is
and
expensive.
depending on the funding.
Now the question is, do you see Cargera go back with another load of gear?
I don't know. The 8-3 Stalker. Like, so now we can see what they re-gear in, right? The Robbed is still coming out in 8-3. Hysteria's on the 8-3 Excellent. So these guys have not down geared. He's changed to the Great Hammer, though. Hysteria is really committing to this hammer, and that's a 3-man tackle to open the account. Cargera's taken an absolute beating, but Black Order / White Order / who knows nowadays team. These guys are just looking to close this one out. They tried to get another firewall play onto Hysteria. He actually gets knocked back. Graveguard comes down. Defensive duty from Cargera, allowing... Carvenan is just free playing this fight. Nobody is looking at Carvenan because this firewall shuts out so much. Robbed might just burn. Really smart, gets stunned. Doesn't get his reset. They're waiting for this reset, but the mini stuns keep on coming. Finally, he gets it, but the stacks have gone. No, really smart. That was the opposite of really smart. A reset with no stacks, and that whiff. That's going to end their hopes of getting through. Like, honestly, that's just the huge momentum swing against a team that you do not want a momentum swing. No. Fanex is gone.
Bye.
Robbed is gone.
This is so fast.
Hysteria might even go as well. Really smart is there. There's no swap available. It's going to be 20. It's going to be over. And that was not what you expect in a level 9. An 11-0 8-3 demolition job. These boys probably just jumped up like 7 million kill fame or something each.
It's ridiculous how quickly that went. That was... Wow. Cargera proving that he's once again in the top. You know, he's in the running for the championship now. I was rating these guys kind of lower.
Now, we want to go to another match.
Yep, we have Bob Freeze. Yep.
Oh, that's not one of the ones we're recording?
Right.
Or
Yep, it's good.
Oh, we can go over there anyway. Okay. So we got Bob Freeze versus Tamishi, Zerfax. Owen's on the floor. Theus RS. It's a brawl for caps right now. Kraken's going to die. Bob in that full 8-3 excellent. Like 8-3 excellent. This is 30 million.
Bob. No, Bob.
Honks him.
They had a comeback in the works, Lewpac. Before we came back over, Bob Freeze and the boys had retaken over. They had 3 caps. They were holding strong. I look back over for the end of our previous match, and then I see this. Bob Freeze getting caught out and taken down for millions.
They are backcapping. I mean, I think they actually killed the enemy healer.
They did. Holy shit, they got the back. Not in time. They're good.
10. They got the 10. And now they're back as 5. So they bought themselves a tiny bit of breathing room.
That's crazy.
It wasn't insane, but it could be the difference maker here. Bob on that Purge Helm, looking to shut down Zerfax. He is running it as a Purge, of course, against the bow. But Tutan getting drilled on the choke. Spicy gets the reset. Tutan goes to meditate, and he's just going to bleed out. The breeze. Oh, the breeze resistance buys him a second, but it's not enough. And I don't know what's going on here.
This is the end of the match right here.
It's a brawl, and if they don't find that turn kill, as Shozen said, it could be the end. Nice. Air decay there from Owen, putting out some reasonable counter pressure, but now Kraken gets bopped out of the reset. Might be a GG available, but Spicy is gone, and these guys' hopes of qualification for the Crystal Championship are dwindling by the second. It's only going to be a 10, but they're still going to be waiting on Spicy. They are going to have 50 seconds left in this match. Bob is already out there looking for this interrupt, but he can't die for it, because if he dies for it,
he's done.
They guarantee the loss. And I think you just don't throw any more 8-3 at this, personally.
I think it's over.
Every one of these teams will fight to the wire, right? It's in their nature. It's why they're here. But sometimes it is a mistake, right?
Yeah.
You don't just need to throw yourself at this. They have, like, even if they full dive a healer right now, they get nothing.
That's not going to be enough. No, they don't have enough time here.
I mean, a one cap would see them back in it, and they are back capping, but Dungeon Realms has already seen it.
He's already seen it. It's already broken.
They made the play, and they shouldn't die for it. Tutan's come from behind, but there is going to be no cap here. Owen getting drilled by Zerfax. Zerfax forced to pop out. Good fights are coming down. Tutan does go down, and that is it. We will not see. This team has been exciting, consistent, and it didn't come together on the last day.
No, it did not. They just didn't get it. I feel bad. This was one of the teams I really enjoyed watching, and I wanted to see go on into the tournament. If you were to call me biased, it would be towards Bob Freeze, because
if Bob only has one fan,
it's me.
That fan is me. Again, this is one though that they were down gearing through the fight from the 8-3 to the 8-2, and also because of the tower situation. I don't know if you realize, Shozen, that those guys had to lift their gear at the end, otherwise it would be in the Black Order tower. I mean,
all right, we have one more to watch that's still going on. I believe we are not recording this when we can watch the Gather Bat fight.
Still going, nice. I mean, it's only, to be fair, it's only been 10 minutes. It's been an intense 10 minutes, and it's Gather Bat and crew trying to finish off Suriel, Apollinator, and doing a good job. Scoliosis, Lee Harayu, Rebane back on the field. Again, another absolute top shelf.
I can't believe that match was over in 10 minutes.
I mean, the first match was over in 7. Shozen. The match was decided at 5. A level 9 decided at 5, but this one again, 10-4 in kills. But it looks like Apollinator and the boys are tapping out here. And it will be the Gather Bat Heimdall team going through to the Crystal Championship.
All right.
Okay, so this is the GS team that they lost their level 8. So they did not get automatic qualification. The Noobslayer team has qualified though. So these guys are in the Crystal Finals regardless. Katomni on the Valor Armor as well. We'll see what's happening. So Noobslayer's team has qualified regardless. The GS team needs to win this in order to qualify. So a very, very high stakes match for one of the teams. Regardless though, Noobslayer and the boys will not want to lose. Nobody comes here to lose. And Bonzo Bobo, they fight 4v5 for a while, and Bonzo grabs the mid cap, and a really sloppy from Blue. Like letting them cap on this. They do, as a result of it though, they do have a heavy momentum because they had a 5 versus 4 situation. Electro, good bop from him. They're looking for the isolate on Bonzo. Bonzo's already rolled though, and Ravids is going to connect. GS not there to save his man. Letting his curse get killed, and Katomni getting drilled now does have that resistance up. He's in Valor Armor, which is the highest IP plate armor you can get, and he has a Scholar's Cowl buff. So he was pretty tanky there, to say the least. Another spin from Noobslayer, and the cap hasn't actually turned yet. Aram's going for it, but GS can probably get the interrupt if he gets a crack on. No, it looks like they are going to grab that interrupt and keep it as a 2 cap. They're going to find Ravid. Aram gets the pierce, and now it's 4v5 the other way. And the Noobslayer team is going to have to fall back.
Yeah,
Aram, Noobslayer still running control. Katomni, they might not give this one up because their guy is up very, very soon. If Aram doesn't die, and Chicken doesn't die, if Chicken dies though,
that's it. It's going to be a full reset.
Is a big problem.
Oh, nice swap there. Saving Katomni from a possible tent death.
Yeah, you never want to get that. Wow, 8-3 all round as well. There's just so much. The crafters of Albion have got to love level 9s. It's a good day to be selling your 8-3 because DVGers also leave things to the last minute a lot of times, so you can probably get some good money.
All right, so, here they get ready to come out here again.
3 capped on, and they have the worst of the vision. They have to run through a fatal blade to get in there. And I think it's going to be a push down for the 3. Like, they're at least going to go for the 10 seconds. Like, there's definitely no way they give up this first 20. Do they play for another one? Katomni hits the Raven. No, fires the Raven, but Rabbids actually sidesteps it. This could be good if they can find something off of it. But if they don't find something off of it and they commit to the fight, every minute this fight now goes on is 20 more points, which you absolutely do not want to be giving up at this level. Yes, getting caught. Area of Decay, but he's very, very tanky. He's, you know, 8-3 tanks are not the ones to be focusing here.
No,
unless you have
a lot of
combo.
HP. Yeah,
they're rocking 3,750 HP.
That's a lot.
Like, plus the highest armor levels of the entire fight. Interestingly, though, the halberds are possibly more tanky, right?
Really?
The halberds are, yeah, because they're in Avalonian plate, and the quarterstaff is actually a hunter weapon.
True.
So it doesn't give you as much health as the axe does, which is a warrior weapon. So it's actually odd that the halberds may be more tanky.
Double tank.
Well, it pretty much is. I mean, we first saw it as the iteration as a double Judicator build. Here, Noobslayer's team, they're finding some momentum. As we just said, they never got that one cap. So every minute this fight drags on, like the Reds don't even need to win this engage. They just need to drag this engage out for 3 more minutes, and the match is pretty much done.
Bonzo's in trouble here. The Pierce hits, and Noobslayer could have. Oh, I thought Noobslayer was going to hit the swap, bring him up into the front line, let Rorbit finish that off.
That was close, but he does survive, and GS, he gets the GG. The reset goes down from Chicken, but Noobslayer can't get back in his fight now. Like, curse stacks, no hots. Great, like, Chicken had to use the Grave Guard on somebody who wasn't in danger just so Noobslayer could get back in the fight. Like, that's how wild it was. Rorbit's going for the cap now. They're trying to interrupt. He will finally... No! The Raven! Yeah! He did get it. The Raven didn't quite hit him. There was
barely got it.
It was like a pixel
right
away.
There.
that Raven, that was not what he wanted to see coming towards him. But now they fought 4v5, and now they're getting pushed back even further. And they did stop that 20-point bleed, but look, they're already
down to 69.
Noobslayer 79 is down to 69 after only 5 minutes of play.
They've got to secure a kill here.
Aram might be the one going down, though. Oh, Chicken with the fake goes for the purity reset. Did he actually get it off there? Aram actually lost his stack, so he got nothing out of that.
Bonzo getting bopped around. If they can finish it off, and they do. I thought they should have turned on Bonzo earlier, as he was been low for quite a while. Luke Highpower getting pummeled in the corner
that
here.
Was
no damage done.
Insane by Noobslayer, by the way. He was up there with the healer, the bow, and Bonzo on the curse.
Now comes
and he managed to instigate the play to isolate Bonzo for his team to kill. But it looks like GS is out of energy here, though. Like, he is super out of energy, and this is what they need. Like, if they can find another kill here, then potentially Electro's trying to dodge that hurricane so he can get back to his tank. He has the Grave Guard. Bonzo's back, yeah, and it's a 2 cap.
And they never got the cap.
And well, I mean, you can't, because the enemy never routed.
No, they just stayed there. They held strong, and that could win them this match.
Yeah, GS is finally, his cape has procced, so he's back in the energy game. Luke's in a bit of a situation. There's no GG available. Electro going to get stunned on timer. Rorbit's chasing him. There goes the reset. But in the meantime, Katomni runs down Rabbit in the back line. Hits a Raven onto 3 as well. He's just stacking those bleeds, and this is going to turn into a 20, and it might even be on rotation once again.
Wow. Rough one for Noobslayer's team here. Yeah.
They get 1 here, which puts them on an even 50, which means they're on a 2-minute timer now.
Oh. We just hopped over to
vision.
West?
We just switched vision. Yeah.
Okay.
Just going and inspecting players, which is nice to do in the downtime, actually. Can he spell Katomni correctly? Wow, he did. Spelled it right first time.
Well done there, Tazzy.
Oh, but then he failed on Luke Highpower because it's 3 eyes.
You'll get there. You'll get there.
If you guys can't have a use all bag button, we can't have a snap to player button either.
Please don't remind me of the snap to player button.
Aram's duking it out here. Noob's there, Noob's there's inside of Judy getting absolutely pounded on, right? And he just cannot get into, he cannot play their backline because they're constantly pressuring him out. GS is at the same amount of health, but he's playing the backline. He's playing so much more aggressive than Noob Slayer here, and it's winning them the fight. Like tanks. Oh, Electro.
There's a kill.
But
it's not going to be enough unless they hop over on Gwess and finish this off.
I mean,
maybe Bonzo.
They need another kill right now.
And there's Gwess. Is he going to go? He does.
He trade for Orbit, but they've got to get 2 caps. 1 cap doesn't do it here. 2 caps is needed. Katomni's got to retreat. Right, Katomni's can't come back in. So they've secured the top cap, but the mid will get defended. That's not going to be enough. Oh, they kill Bonzo. There's no one to defend mid.
Oh.
Is there anyone at mid to defend it? I don't know.
Noob Slayer, you got to say here on Katomni.
No, they're back. They're back, and they're going to defend mid.
It's over.
Luke's back in the fight. Katomni dies. You need to grab his loot, boys. You've lost. Grab some 8-3. Fill your boots. But it is going to be... That's actually the best result, to be honest, because now both teams are in the champs.
Yeah. Now there are 2 teams in the championships now, so that's best for us as viewers.
Congrats to those boys. What a match. I mean,
that's pretty good.
Like, look, the kills on that match. If I just zoom back, right, the kills on that match was reasonably even. Good old Taz bringing up the scoreboard, by the way. It was 6-5 in kills, right? But Noob Slayer's team completely whiffed the cap game there. And that is, if they want to have any impact in next weekend's Crystal Championship, they cannot play like that, right? Their mechanics was fine, but their cap game was horrific. Like
they
second guessing, like 10-second commitments on caps.
True.
And then getting interrupted at the last second, completely losing their momentum, not driving the enemy off after securing clean kills, like little stuff like that, and it just added up. Like they had more kills, they won on kills, but got absolutely annihilated on point.
It's a great time to recruit.
All right, I'm ready.
Mm-hmm.
You ready?
I'm ready. Yep.
So our final bit of level 9 footage for the evening, and a real wild card team. Going for the 4-1 split. Rafacon's Flight, Uzbek, Fatality, and Attack. ANCQ, Onwa again. All right. This is probably... Like, have they got lucky with their matchups? Like, they've dodged Kargera, they've dodged Geminix.
Yep.
At every time.
Hey, let's be clear. The guys they fought in level 8s just beforehand had won 2 level 8s before that. That's not dodging anybody.
Look at that combo. Look at that combo. Guess my name. He tries to man up. Really solid play from him. Doesn't panic under pressure. Trusts his healer. But that combo, like, if they do it again, this time he doesn't have the defensives. And they've still got gas in the tank for Baku. Like, this team is... This team is just running through anything that gets put in front of them now.
Pushes it back like nothing. The Baku just went down in seconds. The Punka pushed back to 10.
But they absolutely, I mean, they blasted the crossbow to start, right?
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely blasted him. When he recovered, they still had skills saved to switch it up onto Baku. And it was just beautiful. And these guys are like level 9. Crystal Championship. Don't give a damn. We're gonna push into the open versus Bo. We'll just delete one of you.
This is ridiculous. Yeah.
Like,
no fear.
Nah, these guys don't play with fear. They're playing with the Halaful, which is still considered slightly inferior to the one-hand nature in this current meta. Although there's not a lot in it now. Now this time though, ANCQ and the boys come out slamming. There goes the jump from the Halaful. Sievelight though. He's just running around the backline. Fatality oversteps, looking for Bako. Nearly gets countered on. But Bako's now bleeding. Onwa trying to save him. Doesn't have a GG or doesn't want to commit it. Brilliant Raven from ANCQ.
Well done,
hits the enemy team. But the firewall just prevents any... And look at them tucked in behind that firewall. All 3 of the clothies were just stacked, which usually you never want to do. But they just tucked in behind that firewall. Like, the positioning is... These guys
are good.
I don't want to like sound like the world's biggest fanboy, but
well, they're new. We're watching something new. We're watching somebody doing something that's a little different than what we've seen every single week for the last 12 weeks. And we didn't see these guys until they started playing high quality teams in high level matches and winning strong. So of course we're a little interested
winning,
in them, you know,
but like absolutely running through people, which is cool. Like watch ATAC as well. What he's been doing is he tucks in the wall right now that he might actually go down. He'll like tuck in the wall so that there's no way round the firewall. Look at the positioning between that pillar and the stairs. Like there's no way to get into their backline there for the two frontliners. But ATAC this time,
ATAC is in trouble. He's gonna go.
Oh, they do get the trade on him.
He didn't have enough outs.
That's the first death we've seen for this team today. Just saying.
Well, they're about to have a second one here as Fatality is gonna go.
Nice pick.
Good
there.
job
ANCQ
from Guess My Name.
More. And now we're going to see where the Holy is particularly weak. Like, it's very, very good when you've got tons of space, your team is doing loads of damage, and you're just free to do what you want. When you're trying to retreat, it's a lot worse. And Sapunka trying to protect his Kappas right now, but we know this team shows no fear. This team shows no respect. Flight. I mean, it's 4 versus 5 right now. They held onto the cap. To stun onto Rafikon, the control leap coming out from Uzbek, and he just goes for the play. He just goes for the purity play onto the tank. He's like, yo, Stepanka's used his resist. He's used
They have him
Judy.
if they finish. Nope, there's a save there. Good Graveguard.
He has, Stepanka right now has no cape, no Judy, no resist. So he needs to be very careful. And a tank that can't play really, really hurts your team.
Well, he's getting him back in about 5 seconds. He's going to be fine here. They were able to stabilize, and now they're going after ATAC in the corner. Have him pounded up against the wall.
Look at that firewall again, shutting down that. There's the tiniest little gap to the south you might be able to get through. And Sapunka and ATAC are just having their own little fight at the top. Sapunka now gets controlled. I believe the bop's available. Rafikon, though, just chilling on it. The Raven was nasty. The Raven hits 3, buys them some space. ANCQ priming that Fury, though. The swap goes down. Sapunka now isolated. The knock up. Guess My Name. He's going to get rooted. He's getting pumped, but he's inside his
the Judy until he hops
shield.
Out, and there it's...
They might be able to finish him. He's got max burn and bleeds, and he just, Guess My Name, just bleeds out in front of his boys. Baku now, they switch attention. Onwa comes in. Purity disruption. That holy orb from downtown. The orbs as well. Like this healer is showing the strength of the Holy when you're on the offensive play. Like he's so aggressive with it. He leaps in with it and then starts messing them about with Purity. And these guys just win on pure value, right? They're like, if all of the enemies are low, they can't focus us. They can't play their game. And that's why these guys are having success.
They're having a lot of it too, and it's kind of impressive to watch. We've seen so many of these teams fight for years. And these guys are making it look easy.
This is one of the first times we've seen a team seriously kick back, though. Like ANCQ and the boys have got a couple of kills, had some control in the fight. Everybody...
well, ANCQ and these boys are a serious team. This is a great
this is a very good team.
Punka is a very good tank.
Baku nearly getting drilled right at the start. ANCQ's on fire. Like, Baku's low, ANCQ's low. Sapunka's actually not getting focused as much this time. Good control from Rafi there. ANCQ, max burns. He's just going to die. No save. Like, Onion or AFK, or Anyonwa Afk, however you want to pronounce it. Like, again, I've played with this guy personally. This guy's an amazing healer, but they are just stressing him out to the max because they're just so quick at drilling people down. And he's constantly got to manage those big cooldowns. The Graveguard especially, right? Because the second he Graveguards, they switch to a different target and just delete somebody else. And it's got to be frustrating, and they're just going to be bullied again. This blue army team is just in their face. They're like, they are making them fight for every inch right now. Early purge onto Baku, and they get a stun as well. They actually get us interrupt on his meditate, so he doesn't get his quiver back. Anwar's trying to protect him with the purity, and Fatality's just running at him. And Fatality's he's trying to force Onion to commit his Graveguard. And he doesn't commit the Graveguard, but again, that stun timing. They know that they're going for the kill, so they stun the healer. There's no cleanse, and they're just mechanically
interesting.
Mechanically, this is a very good team to study if you're looking to improve. Like,
they are on point. Their positioning is very, very good. They're using positioning that you see occasionally in matches by very good team, but they're making a point of doing it the entire match, making sure they're constantly protected by the environment. It's really good play.
A lot of these big teams that we watch, right, are usually, you know, one or two superstar players that we focus a lot on, who, you know, they're so good and so efficient that they create space, they create momentum swings. This team just plays really well together. Like, the mechanical synergy of them, the timing on healer stuns, like, they're not just stunning the healer whenever it's up. They're not just using separator whenever it's up. They're waiting for kill opportunities, making big switches on targets, and just really stressing it out. Like, the Infernal in the back line into the stun on healer, just meaning they're just going to close this match down. And it just looks like a different caliber of teams facing each other. Like, the Heimdall team is just not doing anything here.
They've got the points they need already. They're already in second place. All is good.
Yeah, I mean, overall on a guild level, sure. But no GVGer wants to lose. No GVGer is going, we've already got second. We don't care about this result. These guys' Crystal Championship qualification is on the line. Now, in fairness, we haven't seen this team face the likes of, like, Cargera, like that Gwest team, Geminex.
Gwest is a good
team. We haven't seen those sort of matches yet, or Noob Slayer.
Wait, I thought the first match we saw was against Geminex.
I don't think it was their full lineup, or maybe we didn't see them fight Geminex today, I don't think.
No, not today. No, on Tuesday.
Maybe. Oh, I wasn't here on Tuesday, so... No, I was here on Tuesday.
Yes, you were.
Yes, I was here on Tuesday. I wasn't here yesterday. Ignore me. Ignore me. I was here on Tuesday. I wasn't here yesterday. I don't know, but I'm excited to see these guys next week. I'm gonna be rooting for them.
You know, I might have to root for these guys too, regardless of the fact that they're BA. I'm just impressed by what they've done in the short time that we've seen them. I like seeing new players come in and just work it. They're doing great. They're making a name for themselves.
We never thought we'd see the day, guys, where Shozen would be cheering on Blue Army.
I know, right?
It is. They thought it would never happen. Yet here we are. All right. Well, that was some exciting matches. Is there any results that we didn't cover, by the way?
Let's go check them right now.
They should be up on the board.
Yeah, let's go check out the boards.
Unfortunately, all the other matches happened as well. Carvinen's team then. That's Cargera. They just ran through Cube, didn't they? Absolutely. The Gwest team we watched, didn't we? Geminex versus Scoliosis team. We caught the end of that, didn't we? Gatherbat and Co. Very, very solid win. 10-4 for them. That was it. So we had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 level 9s, and maybe a no-show then?
I don't know.
Was there a no-show?
So it looks like we're going to have 6 again. We had 5 level times. We have 5 winners, and we have the team that we just saw lose already. Well, not this one, but we already saw another team.
But Bunny team won the level 9
but
as
they
well.
Won their level 9. Yeah.
Okay. There we go.
Yeah, it's gonna be interesting. 6 teams made it in. We tried to make it easier for people to get in, and apparently it did. It allowed 1 extra team.
Keeping a 5v5 team together, right, is the end game of Albion, right?
Oh, it's the hardest thing to do.
Forget
hard to do.
Mythic raiding, right? Forget rune crafting 99, right? Forget all the other grinds you thought you knew in MMOs. Keeping a 5v5 team together, stable and happy, is the end game content for GVGers. It is so annoyingly hard.
Yeah.
But on that note, we have some exciting stuff and a wild card, an underdog story for next week's Crystal Championship.
Well, who do you
all
think
of the coverage will be here and only here on AlbionTV.
Who's your favorites to win it?
To win?
Mm-hmm.
Cargera team.
Cargera team?
Just on sheer experience. Like, like that's the team that's not going to be shook by nerves. It's 4 out of 5 of them are finalists already from last time. Like, they have the most individual experience of all the teams at the highest level. Like, their funding is not an issue. Like, believe it or not, there's teams that worry about funding for the Crystal Championships. There's teams that are like, if we qualify, we will struggle to afford the equipment we need for the Crystal Championship because there's no points anymore. Like, it's very hard to get guild funding as mercenary guilds, isn't it? Because like, if you've merged for someone and took their silver for points all season and took their gear, they're not going to go, oh yeah, here's a load of extra gear to throw at the Crystal Championship that gets us nothing.
For nothing, yeah. We get nothing out of it.
But if you're like a loyal, you know, like for example, the Money Guild team or the June team, their guilds will bankroll them because that's their team. They want their team to win, and it is their team, not a bunch of guys who are playing for you because you pay 1,000 silver per point more than the other guild they were going to play for. You know what I mean?
That. Yep.
And hopefully that settles down a bit next season. Although I've always said I'd actually like there to be a proper mercenary system in this game.
That would be interesting.
Like
and
guilds can declare as a mercenary guild, which allows them to like temporarily join other alliances on contract. The downside of it being they're not allowed to own territories or hideouts of their own, and they can't earn season points. So like it gives you freedom to merc like in the system, but it comes with downsides so that not everybody just defaults to it, if that makes sense. I think that'd be a cool thing, but who knows? Maybe after we get a use all button for bags and tomes.
Oh, then lucky.
Then we can look at that. All right. Well, I believe, is there any more raffles to deploy on the boys and girls?
Well, I can try one more raffle. We can see if it happens. We only have 324 people in the raffle right now. I don't know if that's enough.
Yeah, let's pull it then, I reckon.
Okay. I'm gonna do it. Devin WC, you have won the raffle. Whisper me to claim your prize.
Congrats, dude. Enjoy your prizes.
Oh, he's not here.
So hang on.
Not here. I'm gonna pull another one.
Oh, you're gonna do another one?
Yeah, he's not here, so he doesn't qualify. He's been denied. So even if you go tell your friend that he won the raffle and he wants to come late and pick up the raffle, he's not getting it. I'm denying it. Denied. Wow. Not here. Not here when it was pulled. Drawing another raffle.
Shozen is a cruel overlord, it looks like then.
At Marca Peon?
Oh, okay. There was a couple, by the way.
No, Mark is not here either. Mark is not here.
Just before we go as well, there was a couple of like loot heavy kills in crystals, by the way. Like, so obviously people picking up loot in the crystals. Bob Freeze, when we saw him die near the tent there to Theus's separator, he died for 17 million fame. He had a full 8-3 healer set in his bag and parts of an 8-3 curse set in his bag. But a Pollinator gets the honor of the biggest death in our level 9 GVGs. Geminex killed a Pollinator with his pike, no less, for 20.3 million fame, Shozen.
Wow.
2 full healer sets in his bag, including 8-3 staffs, 3 8-3 miscallers, and an 8-3 and a 7-3 robe of purity, 3 8-3 capes, 3 8-3 helmets, 3 8-3 shoes. Oh my goodness, that's not rough. To mention the 8-3 Judy set that he was wearing.
That he was wearing, yeah. He had gear on at the time, so that's an expensive loss.
Juicy 20 million kill. Unsurprisingly, top kill of the week.
Yeah, probably. I would say so. We have a winner, though. Mr. Sarkso. Mr. Sarkso has won the raffle. You need to whisper me to claim your prize.
Also, a little side note. Remain Dennis was the robber of aggressor, wasn't he? Am I right there?
I don't know who robbed aggressor.
But I'm pretty sure. Well, Remain Dennis was the one that the finger was pointed to. But in an act of karma, he died for 19 million fame on the way out. Got ganked with a load of good stuff in his bag.
Was this the stuff that he had stolen?
I don't know. I mean, we don't like to quote based on hearsay. I am actually going to have an interview tomorrow with Mr. Magic Mark, who did a lot of work with the lovely Nuka Jade Cove guys back in the day, and then decided to throw his lot in with Aggressor. You know, was these big promises of what the season's going to hold and stuff like that. And yeah, so it'd be interesting to get his take on it all tomorrow.
I heard that he's rebuilding things right now. He's currently in the process of building back up the guild and trying to make it safe and isolating all the materials so that no one person can walk away with more than 100 million.
I'm gonna try and get all of the info tomorrow from him.
Okay. Well, I'm looking forward to hearing those details. Send me the link to the chat and I will definitely watch.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. And on that note, thank you guys for watching. We will be back again next week with the Crystal League Tournament of Champions.
Yeah, so no streams this week.
Well, we have
week off.
No, we have one on Tuesday.
Oh, there is a Tuesday show.
We're gonna do a highlight show from this, the tournament. We're gonna try to show a couple of matches. Tazik's gonna join us. We'll show 2 or 3 matches from the best of the level 8s and 9s. Then we'll be off for Wednesday and Thursday.
Okay.
We're gonna come back on Friday with a preview show on the Daily Show. Do a bit of a community show, talk about the Crystal League. Maybe talk to some of the members who have made it in, get some blurbs about what they're thinking.
Yeah, that'd be cool. Get a little, get a little bit of info on everybody.
I might try to find out who these guys are who just took the world by storm and raced their way into the Tournament of Champions. We'll see if they have anything to say about that. Maybe what they played before that got them so good. Maybe they're a Hellgate team. Who knows?
I mean, maybe they're a team from another game.
That's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking they're like they play like 5 people who've played 5v5s in the past.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Their synergy is very, very good. Even they might just be quick on the uptake because the amount of GVGs they played each is obviously a visible stat, and it's much lower than the other teams they're facing. So,
quite.
Who knows? Who knows, Shozen? But I am so excited. Last time. The Crystal Championship was a 2-horse race, but the grand final was worth the wait, right? This time, like the group stages are going to be absolute fire.
I have no idea who's going to win this thing. None.
Yeah,
no idea.
I mean, the smart money is leaning towards Cargera, but there's a Gather Bat team in there. It's just, I'm excited. I can't wait to come back and bring you guys all the live action with Shozen, Tazik. We'll have Bogul and Robin on stuff as well simultaneously. It's gonna be awesome.
We'll have the full team there, and we'll hopefully have everything running without any lag. Make sure everything works well, and have an alternate plan in place in case something like this happens again. Sorry for the lag in the first matches. We'll make sure everything works out for you.
And on that note, guys, thank you all for watching. We hope you enjoyed the matches, and thanks, of course, to all of you guys for such a great GVG season. All of the teams that have fought GVGs, whether we've shown it or not. All of you guys keep this community bumping and active, and it's fantastic to see you all out there murdering each other every single day. Thank you guys for watching. We'll see you next week. The Crystal League Championship live here on AlbionTV. For this evening, though, my name is Lewpac.
My name is Shozen.
And we'll see you next time on AlbionTV.